again to play more Kingdom Come Deliverance. And I'm gonna assume that anyone watching this stream watched the last one too. Because that just makes the most sense. And yeah, see? It has lots of autosaves every time you start a quest and reach a checkpoint in that quest. But you can also, like, you get a free autosave whenever you leave. And you can save manually by drinking those potions I showed off in the last episode. Oh man, I love, like, medieval sounding music. I'm such a loser like that. You know, because I grew up watching, like, lots of TV shows set in, like, fantasy worlds and playing games in the same. So, medieval music, you know.
All they have to do is lean on some Skalitz serf, and you'll happily tell them everything.
Aye. We didn't think of that.
Not that I'm spoiling for a fight, but if I have to choose a place for them, then right here behind solid walls is it.
True enough.
But don't be daunted by their numbers. Heed my commands, and all will end well.
Hey, you men down there. Tell the people outside the walls to prepare for attack. Quickly, do you understand?
I'm here to talk to Sir Robard.
What's going on?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Why would Sigismund advance on Talmberg in the night? Especially since he's lost the element of surprise after the raid on Skalitz.
Maybe it's not him.
Then who is it? The scouts Givis sent to Skalitz to spy on Sigismund said he'd set up camp and was getting ready to storm the castle. And Sir Radzig is an experienced soldier. He'd surely hold the castle for quite some time. It doesn't make sense.
What else did the spies see?
Not much of anything. Before they could get close enough, this huge storm started. And you were right. Sigismund has a hell of a lot of soldiers, including all manner of mercenaries. An army like that costs a fortune. Well, anyway, we'll find out when they get here, won't we?
Aye, we will.
Farewell.
Halt!
Who goes there?
Lucifer and all his minions! Who else, Robert?
Sir Radzig. What a relief.
Is his lordship there with you?
Yes, sir. He is right here.
What are you doing up so late, Divish? At your age, you need a good night's sleep. Well, Radzig, you didn't exactly pick the best time for an outing either. In a big hurry? It was a bit of a scramble, all right. Believe it or not, this tempest is a godsend for me and my men. As my old granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat.
I'd say your grandfather was a wise man. Your messenger told us what happened.
Messenger?
The lad you sent to warn us.
He's alive? He made it to you?
He's here with me. He only got away by the skin of his teeth, though.
Thank God.
A brave young man. But tell me, friend, how on earth did you manage to get away?
Thank God for this tempest. When it began, Sigismund's Tatars crawled into their holes and left the storm into the castle for more clement weather. We were able to sneak out right under their noses. The Lord be praised. We wouldn't have stood a chance against them.
Would you like to spend the night in Talmberg?
No, no. When Sigismund finds the castle empty tomorrow, he might come looking for us. We'd only be exposing you to danger. Without me and my men, he has no call to attack you.
What will you do then?
We'll march to Ratai. It's only a short way, and there we'll have a better chance of defense, and enough room for all of these people. If Sigismund should come, better bend your knee, Divish. There's no point dying in a battle that's futile.
You're right there.
Is that boy still with you?
I'm here, sir.
You have courage, lad. That I can't deny. I am sorry about what happened. Would you care to join us?
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalitz.
Are you mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father. I won't leave their corpses rotting in the street. I'll join you once I've taken care of them.
Don't even think of going back there, you donkey. Are you tired of living?
But sir!
Quiet! I'm sorry about your father, but getting killed as well won't help him. Divish, make sure that lad doesn't budge from Talmberg until things quieten down.
Not to worry, friend. Anyway, he's injured and needs to recover. I'll lock him up here as if he were Havel of Baldic.
I see you've grown a thick skin since your tribulation, sir. But thank you. We'll meet again when circumstances are more favorable. Farewell.
Farewell, friend, and good fortune. Give my regards to Sir Hanush.
I will. And good luck to you and your people, too. These are dark times. Move out!
Anywhere, people! Move out! It's only a short way to Ratai now!
In the... We'll go there later.
Men, tonight we'll have triple patrols. Sort out the watches between you as always. And if I catch anyone boozing, playing dice or slacking off, I'll personally break every bone in his body. I want you to keep a close eye on everything nearby. Sigismund will surely have sent spies, and likely men as well, to follow the Skalitz people. Now he knows they've fled. Keep your eyes peeled. Report everything to me at once. Understood?
What is it you need?
I could use an extra pair of eyes, and yours are keen. Will you keep watch of the battlements with my men?
Is that a request or an order?
I'd rather it was a request you answered yes to.
Of course I'll help. I'll have to pay you back somehow after all you've done for me.
Splendid. Don't worry. I'll tell the men to relieve you later. Good luck to you.
Wandering around like a stray sheep. Must be your first watch, eh? I don't think anything much will be happening today. You can just lean against the wall and wait till morning. I'll show you what you like.
I will. Thank you.
Let's go! Let's go! Move it! Quick! Go! Go! Jesus! We're going to hit them with Skalitz.
See how the self-appointed king wins the love and respect of his loyal subjects.
Indeed, Robard. Sigismund of Luxembourg has a rare talent for winning people over to his cause. We may be in for a surprise, though. I don't think he will set his heathen dogs on us today.
Greetings, Lord of Talmberg.
That's the bastard who led the attack at Skalitz and killed my parents.
Don't be an idiot. Do you want to end up like them?
I am Sir Markwart von Aulitz. I come in the name of Sigismund of Luxembourg, King of Hungary and Croatia, who has resolved to strike against those who disrupt concord in the land and to restore order in the name of his brother, King Wenceslaus IV.
Restore order by burning and pillaging the king's estates.
Greetings, Sir Markwart. The efforts of the king's brother to bring order to this chaotic land are undoubtedly noble. It seems to me, though, that he and his army have somewhat strayed. As Burgrave of Prague Castle, I am entirely beholden to the king, and here in Talmberg divine peace reigned until your arrival. To what then do we owe the honor of your visit?
Yesterday, His Majesty took action against the enemy of the kingdom, Sir Radzik Kobila, who has been using the silver from the Skalitz mine to fund insurrection against the crown. Unfortunately, the insurgent escaped. Would you happen to know, noble sir, where he might be at this time?
As far as I know, the Sir Radzik of which you speak is the king's hetman at Skalitz. I find it hard to imagine that he would rebel against our king. Nevertheless, I can assure you that Sir Radzik is not at Talmberg. He would be a fool indeed to flee from one castle, where he has little chance of defense, to another, where he has even less. Or do you take the view that my humble manner is any obstacle to your army?
Am I to inform the king then that Sir Radzik Kobila is not at Talmberg and that he has your loyalty?
Sir Radzik Kobila is not here, and I have no intentions of getting embroiled in affairs from which I have nothing to gain.
Very well, sir. As you wish. I will relay your words to the king in the hope he will be as well disposed as you seem to be.
Those who have clean consciences and goodwill may find themselves well disposed even at moments like this, when there is little cause for joy. Farewell, sir.
Auf Wiedersehen.
My lord, you have my utmost admiration.
Get on with you, Robard.
There's my current objectives. Gotta head back to Skalitz, bury Mom and Dad.
Good day to you.
Where did these humans come from, anyway?
I don't know much about them, only what the Chamberlain said. That they came to Hungary from the east and settled there. They're godless barbarians and merciless fighters. The nobles used to say the Hungarian king shouldn't enlist them, because they dishonor our rules of warfare. But when there's power and money to be had, it seems that honor isn't worth my spit. And believe me, it's always about power and money.
What happened in Kuttenberg?
Gutenberg, well, I'm just a simple soldier, but the good Lord gave me ears, and I've heard some things from Sir Divish and from those who fled from Sigismund's pillaging.
Were there many?
Indeed, but it was the Kuttenberg mercenaries who came to see me, because I knew them from before.
I see.
Listen, lad, these are all games of the high aristocracy. In Prague, a cabal of nobles rebelled against King Wenceslas, wealthy aristocrats who took against our king for reasons of their own. There's no doubt Sigismund had his fingers in the whole affair. Him and Wenceslas's cousin, Jobst. And that cabal helped him abduct the king.
So then why did Sigismund attack Kuttenberg?
Why do you think?
So he could loot it?
Correct. King Charles, may God grant him eternal glory, built Prague into a proper royal city, while King Wenceslas took a liking to Kuttenberg. After Prague, it's the most important city in Bohemia, in the entire Holy Roman Empire. He who commands the Kuttenberg silver is king.
So Kuttenberg sided with Wenceslas because he favoured it?
Now you're starting to understand. When Sigismund imprisoned Wenceslas and took control of Prague, the people of Kuttenberg began to raise an army against him. So with the attack on Kuttenberg, Sigismund killed two birds with one stone. He defeated Wenceslas's most powerful allies before they could stand against him, and also gained immense wealth.
Why did Sigismund burn down Skalitz and then come here too?
That's war for you, lad. Certain lords have resolved to take things into their own hands and eliminate anyone who doesn't share their view. Unfortunately, Sir Radzig is one of those. And what's more, he was sitting on a pile of silver that could help King Wenceslaus's allies.
Now I
So
gotta get...
Robard, I need to get to Skalitz.
What would you do there, lad? Sigismund might have left, but the place will be swamped with robber barons, brigands, deserters, and other vermin. And anyway, your lord commanded you to stay here.
So Robard, my parents died there. I can't leave them to be eaten by dogs. What would you do in my place?
Sorry, lad, but I won't take orders. You'll have to wait until everything settles down, and maybe your lord will change his mind. Farewell.
All I want is something to keep that damn cow out. Hasn't he been at the doorway here? Indeed. I was talking some...
Good day to you. What do you need?
If I needed some food, who should I ask?
Who do you think, young man? Me, of course. And if you want something extra, I could help you out with that too.
I'd like to buy something from you.
Of course, lad. Good luck then.
Good day to you.
I need to get out of here.
And I need a feather bed with a comely wench in it. But it looks like we'll both be disappointed. Sir Divish gave orders not to open the gate, and you especially are not to be let out.
Let me out, I say. Don't you know who I am?
Someone who's about to lose his teeth if he doesn't get lost quick?
My mother and father were left in Skalitz like carrion. I have to bury them. I can't leave them to the dogs.
I'm sorry, my friend, but I can't. You'll have to persuade Sir Robard, or think something up so I don't end up in the shit for it. Otherwise, forget it.
What am I supposed to think up?
How should I know? Maybe some disguise so I could say I didn't recognize you? If a Talmberg soldier turns up, all kitted out properly, in armor and a helmet, then of course I let him go. That's obvious.
All right, I'll have a look around for something.
May the Lord watch over you.
The Lord save you. What do you need?
I would like to ask your assistance, my lady, if I may be so bold.
What's the matter, lad?
I need to get out of the castle, and your husband is keeping me here by force.
Why, for the love of God, would you want to leave the castle?
My parents are lying in the mud of Skalitz at the mercy of dogs and jackdaws. I can't just leave them there.
That's terrible. May the Lord have mercy on their souls. But how can I help you, Henry? I don't want your death on my conscience.
If I could just get past the guard at the gate somehow.
But you can. If you wear a proper suit of armor, and if he can't see your face, he won't recognize you and he'll let you go.
Good thinking. It's rather embarrassing, but if I'm to pay a bribe, I need money. And unfortunately, I don't have any.
How would you? Don't worry your head about it. This should be enough.
Thank you, my lady. I will repay you, I swear. They'll certainly ask where I'm going.
You could tell them Sir Robard sent you to Ujitz to ask the parish priest how the folk there are faring.
That sounds reasonable. And where can I get the armor?
At the armory?
Where's that?
In the gate tower. But the soldiers sleep in other places around the castle too, and you might find armor nearby.
Thank you, my lady. I must go now.
God bless.
Is there someone here who trades in goods?
Hungry, are you? You should go and see the cook. She's good-hearted, especially if you come with some coin. For anything else, you should see a fellow called Votava. Folk aren't too fond of him, because he's as surly as a wet cat. But he can get you just about anything. I saw him by the granary. You'll recognize him easy. He looks like he's never had a decent meal in his life. Good luck to you.
God be with you.
Can we trade?
If you've got the coin.
Take care now.
A lot of shit would be quite useful for me. And he also buys pretty much anything. See, look, I've got a couple of arrows because they were stuck in me during my fucking escape. But yeah. What I need from him is lockpicks. Yeah, lockpicks. He sells 10 at 14.4 apiece. I obviously can't afford that many. So, Holy shit. I can't fucking... Yeah, 28.8 will have to do. So now it's time to haggle.
Let's have a word about the price.
Indeed.
Why not?
Haggling. And see, when you start to haggle, it will round... That way I get to keep more.
Agree?
I'd almost shake on that. Almost.
I'd almost shake my dick at that. Almost. And he's 1/3 pissed off. So maybe if I ask for 27?
Alright, so.
Okay, there we go. 29, but I got it for 27. That doesn't sound like a lot, but, you know, this game, when you don't have a lot of money, saving as much as you can helps, you know. But at the same time, I don't want to piss them off. And you build your reputation even when you haggle successfully. Like, even when you convince them to charge you less, they still like you more just for paying, you know. So like I said before, I could get the stuff I need from right over there, but I can level up my lockpicking if I get it from here. Hold on. I can level up lockpicking and stealth, I forgot. Because see, since this is a restricted area, I can level up my stealth by sneaking here, even if there's no one around to see. Being stealthy builds the stealth skill. Like sneaking around at night or when there's enemies around, or sneak. Take a look.
my lady.
God be with you. I'm sorry. Do I know you?
It's me, my lady. Henry.
I didn't recognize you at all. I still think you should stay here in the safety of the castle, Henry. But I see your heart is drawing you away from here. God go with you.
Hey, who's there?
I need to get out of here.
Then I'm afraid you're out of luck. Ah, I see. All right, then. But if you breathe a word about me to anyone...
Farewell.
Open up. I want out.
I hope it's not another false alarm like before. Go on. Get the hell out before I forget our deal. How many more times do I have to open for you? For Christ's sake.
Yeah. Yeah.
You'll have to wait for me here, friend. Better to keep going on my own. Looks like they've already gone.
What's he seeing? What's he gonna see? Man, that fucking sucks. And this isn't even Skalitz. This is Ravna. You know, this is a nearby village that they had already fucked up before we even saw them on the hill above Skalitz. It sucks, but I'm gonna loot all these dead bodies because they got food on them. And sometimes they also have money. But I'm not gonna steal anything that's like the freshness is already gone. Or that rots too fast. See, dried fruit, dried mushrooms, that shit never rot. Rot pretty fast. So you know, it's a video. The only reason I'm stealing this shit is because video games, and I can use this food and this money. You know. Because in real life, I would be too grossed out by the fact that it's a dead person. Let's see. Item info. Minimum strength, minimum agility, blah blah blah. What are my stats? I can hold this bow, which is exactly what I thought. So I'm equipping this bow, and I'm equipping...
What's going on there? What's going on?
I surrender. Have mercy.
Yes, I killed him even though he was surrendering. Before you ask. He, doesn't deserve mercy. And fighting people, they will surrender. But I never let them. I always kill them anyway. If you just use a cudgel, it's just a stick, you know. So if you go through the game with a shield and cudgel, yeah, it's actually really easy to never kill anybody, and you know, accept every because see, here's the thing: you don't always get the chance to accept a certain. Your friends trying to kill you while they're in the middle of surrendering. So you don't always get the chance to accept their surrender. So the only way to for that. But I don't care. I'm never going to try for that. Or at least I want to go through the game as possible. You know? Yeah. Yeah. Also, if I remember correctly, using a bow and arrow, like I said before, it's the fastest way to level up your agility. But until you get your agility to a certain point, it also hurts you to use a bow and arrow. because until you level up your agility to like level 5, I think, Henry doesn't have good bow control, and so the bowstring is slapping him on his forearm every time he releases it, and that shit hurts like a motherfucker. So like, you know, you lose stamina with every arrow you fire, and if you lose too much stamina, you start losing health. But once you get to agility level 5, you can use a bow and arrow without hurting your arms. Or you can wear arm guards, like a vambrace, or, you know, actual full plate armor, you know? I love the, I love when it storms in this game. I need to eat something. I've got these apples that go bad, so I'll eat them soon. I'll eat them right now. I won't get anything from the health because I'm at full health right now. But I'll get nourishment out of it. Yeah, this is the guy I bought charcoal from. Yeah, I guess he tried to escape. Him and his, assistant. Look at all these dead bodies on the road to Skalitz. Oh, and there's another one in the road up ahead. I don't know if you guys can see it yet, but...
Hey!
Yeah, he's a looter. And as soon as I call out to him, he starts running. And I've tried to chase him before. I think it's impossible to catch him. See, look, he kind of disappeared as soon as he got far enough away.
Why would anyone do this? What did these poor souls ever do to them?
You know. Oh, wait. Bandages. This mission is all about how, fucked up and sad it is now that the village has been destroyed and all that's left is dead bodies and looters.
Hey, who's that? What's that? You're in the wrong place at the wrong... You'll get left.
Oh. Yeah. See, he was trying to kill me. So I'm under no obligation to let him live. And, also, he's got armor I can wear. He's also got... Yeah, they get a little... Even though they're... Yes, I am walking slower because I'm to being too heavy. Like, as you the icon on my HUD shows that I am carrying a heavy load, and it's almost halfway full with yellow because carrying so much for what I can carry. Oh, there's a nest in one of these trees, and if I shoot it down with my arrows, I can get what's in it. Where's the nest? Oh, there it is. Yeah, you don't get like an aiming dot for your shit because, you know, real life bow and arrow shooters don't have an aiming dot to help them. Uh-huh. Alright, I give up. I'll try again later, because, you know, after I complete the prologue, I'm allowed to go wherever I want, whenever I want, pretty much. So, you know. I don't want to use all my arrows. Let's see, how many do I have left now? Weapons. Yeah, I've got 31 now, because I wasted 5 trying to shoot that nest.
What's going on there? Who's there? What? Well, I never. Stop, please.
I've reached a new level in bow.
Dear God.
Yeah, he's dead now. He's dead, Jim. Oh, sweet, he had a marigold decoction. And a padded black coif. I think I want that instead of the basic coif I'm already wearing. Yeah, see. Yeah, like the padded black coif has more defense value than the padded coif. so I want the padded black coif. And, this dead body has 1 groschen. I'm just gonna call them dollars from now on, because everyone knows what I mean. This body is not lootable, okay?
He didn't run like me. He died with a sword in his hand.
This is the bailiff. He didn't run like Henry. Like, Henry's got that fucking survivor's guilt. Oh, shit. Okay, the game did that thing again, where it fucking blue screens. Sorry about that again. But yeah, Henry's got that fucking survivor's guilt, where he keeps comparing himself to everyone else, and, you know, feeling bad that he survived, you know? And also, he's like, he's remembering the events straight up differently from how they actually happened, which, the first time I played through those segments, I thought, wow, really? I was like, that's not how it happened, bozo, you know, but, apparently that is how survivor's guilt works. You, straight up remember shit differently. You remember people telling you to help them and calling you a coward for running, even if in the moment it was the exact opposite. That's apparently part of survivor's guilt. Anyway, sword, because I'm gonna compare it to the reliable blade that I stole earlier. Okay. Well, it does less damage, but I'll be able to use it sooner, because it only takes 3 agility, so I'm keeping it. So now I'm even more overloaded. And look at this dead body. Oh wait, they have apples. And apples are, good to eat. Yeah. They have apples that aren't rotting, I guess I should say.
You stood by his side when he did this. In the end, you were a hero. You didn't run away. Didn't abandon him like me.
Because, you know, my nourishment is lower than full, so I'm eating everything I can. Except for stuff that's already gone bad.
Not you. It wasn't supposed to be you, Bianca. I'll find the bastards that did this to you. I'll find them. I swear it. Just let them over. I'll take care of my parents, and then I'll come back for you. I won't leave you like this.
Yeah, they killed his girlfriend. The ring you gave to Bianca. Yeah, they were serious.
Take this as a keepsake to remember you by, my dear.
They were serious about each other. a ring isn't just some, idle gift of jewels, Even in modern day, jewelry is a serious gift, and a ring specifically is even more serious, obviously. Yeah, like, Henry and Bianca were serious about each other, and now she's dead. And here's his parents' corpses.
Why did you do it to me, Father? Why? Why did you leave me? Forgive me. Forgive me for everything. Next time I won't run. I'll never run away again. I'll find the one who did this to you. I remember his face. I'll find him. But first, I have to find this shovel and take care of you.
Gotta find a shovel.
I remember you told me you wanted to lie beside Mother. Here. Under the linden tree. At least I can do that much for you.
Find your parents. Find a spade. I know it's a little bit itchy to dead body, an emotional cutscene like that, but video game. Oh, sweet, dried fruit. And dried mushrooms. Those ones are already rotted. Like 90% of the time, dried fruit and dried mushrooms, they do rot while you are carrying them, but sometimes you find them and they're already partly rotted. Situations like that, fuck it. Them there. Schnapps. Yes, I just stole $1 from my dead dad. Alright. Now you can hear that dog barking and growling. That's your clue to investigate where it's coming from.
Get away, you mutt!
me, you beast!
What's going on? Zbyszek, what in God's name are you doing?
What do you think I'm doing? Digging turnips? The beast just went for me.
Isn't that the butcher's? Isn't that body the butcher's?
Yeah, that's him. What's that got to do with anything?
The dog's name is Mutt, and he's the butcher's Mutt.
I'd say the poor creature is standing guard over his master. You weren't trying to get to him, were you?
What do you care what I'm doing here? What are you doing here?
I asked you first. Want to bury my parents.
To bury my parents.
So bury them and leave me be.
Alright, Teresa was the mill winch, and I stabbed those guys in the back while they were messing with her. Hopefully it counted.
Do you know what happened to Teresa from the mill? When I fled, the humans wanted to... They meant to violate her, and God knows what else.
No, I don't know. What do I care? They probably raped her and killed her like all the others. Her misfortune. Right now, I've got to take care of myself.
Wow, what an asshole. If you don't hate Zbyszek yet, let me know when you start to hate him, because I hate him.
How did you manage to get away?
How do you think? I ran.
Okay.
Did you lend me that spade? I have to dig a grave. I can't find another.
What's it worth to you? I see you have a fine sword. I'll gladly trade you my spade for that. How did you come by it anyway?
I could threaten him. What I should threaten him? I'm gonna threaten him.
Fine. I'll take the spade and you can have the sword. You can have it right up your ass.
You think you can talk that way just because you've got a sword?
Yeah.
Bullshit. I don't know much about sword fighting.
So speak. I'll knock your teeth in then.
Oh sweet, he wants to fight. I've reached a new level in unarmed. I'm running out of stamina. Because I'm carrying shit, and also because I'm... Ah, sweet, I finally managed to do a grapple on him. You saw, like, I hooked my arm around his face and then kneed him in the face. That's what they keep doing to me, but I can't... It's much harder to pull off. It's kind of bullshit that this fight is so difficult, but, you know, whatever. New level in warfare. Oh sweet, look, he runs. I kinda wanted to...
Turn tail and run, you bastard!
I kinda wanted to shoot him, But, it unequipped my bow for that segment, and I couldn't re-equip it fast enough. Alright, why is it... Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, it's right on the D-pad to equip a bow and arrow. Left on the D-pad to be, to equip a melee weapon. And even though I just talked about how, the dog was protecting his master and trying to prevent, Spishek from looting it, I have looted the master's body. Because he doesn't need that shit anymore. Let's see what I got from looting. When did I get cheese? Well, I should probably start eating it soon. Even if it reduces my energy. Oh look, dried meat gives energy. Salami reduces energy. Cheese also reduces energy. Yep. I'm a little bit overstuffed. But, you know, fuck it. And yes, my character is moving this slow due to a combination of overeating and carrying too much. That's how the game works. And it's not like Skyrim, where you can, draw your bow to move faster while aiming. Have the bow out because, it makes me feel safe. So my current objective is to dig a grave, and then after that, I'll have to go, you know, drag the bodies into it. Like, it's a little bit weird to me how completely untouched Henry's house is. But then again, I guess since the castle is over that way, there was no need to come this way. I mean, it's not completely untouched, but it's like the most intact of all the buildings in the village, you know? Like, it got sacked a little bit, you know, it's the walls are scorched and the tables are thrown around, but hey look, that treasure chest I mentioned earlier is still here, and I still have one lockpick, so let's take a break to up our agility, if we can. Alright. Lockpick broken. Because even though that lock says it was easy, lockpicking is really fucking hard in this game. Kind of bullshit how difficult the lockpicking is. But once you get better at it,
you're gonna like
it gets way easier. Start digging. Yeah. The dog came back.
So, let's get to it. Damn it all.
Do you need some help?
Ooh. Bandits.
Is that him?
Yes. Can't you see the sword?
Who are you? What do you want?
Zbyszek?
Who do you think we are? Franciscan brothers? We're here to rob you of everything you've got. Especially that fine blade that's of no use to a peasant like you anyway.
Banish the thought. It is my father's sword.
You mean him? I don't think he's going to be needing it. Listen here, boy. You hand over that sword, I might just let you go. If not, you're in for a family reunion you really don't want.
Leave me alone.
Kill him, Runt! Aye. Cut the bastard down.
Alright.
As you like. Could have just cost you a few teeth. Ah!
Alright. It is pretty much impossible to win this fight. But I'm gonna do my best.
Feed him dry! Smash his head in! Cunt!
Yeah, he called me a cunt. Haha. Yep, see, as soon as he starts hitting back, you're basically dead. But I did get a free level in sword from my attempt to beat him.
I told you how it would end. You should have listened to me. This is nice work. The chief is going to like it. It's new, isn't it? And now, for the maiden bloodletting. Surely your father never would have imagined it would be your blood.
This actually isn't the first person I've killed with that sword, so, you know, not maiden.
I believe there's a word for such moments. The old man would certainly know. But I'm just a common killer. Did you help make it? No doubt you did. Such miserable luck. To die by the sword you helped forge.
Hey, go fuckers!
Oh. There's Teresa.
The games are over.
Sir Robard came looking for me. It's the only reason I'm still alive. Deep Silver presents. Yeah, this cutscene completely ignores what I was wearing in the previous cutscene. Don't worry about it. Henry is played by Tom McKay, both in voice and in face. And Tom McKay actually is a legitimate actor. He's been in mostly TV shows, but I think he was also in a couple of movies. I don't know any of them off the top of my head. I've just seen pictures online. Hanish of Lipa, played by Peter Hosking. That's another actual person. Yep, Dan Brown right there in front of us. Hans Capon. We haven't met him yet, but he actually is a fun character. Guest starring Brian Blessed. Look, the dog's coming with us. It's running alongside the cart. And now it's riding in the cart. So we get to look at more Henry nightmares now. I like that music from the opening credits. The music we just saw. But now we have to play through this nightmare scenario. And in case you in the audience are wondering why you can't see anything, that's just how it is. I can't see anything either.
Do you need some help?
There's work to be done. That's a good line to end on, because it means something completely different in that context than how it meant the first time we heard it. And of course, because that's intentional. Like, you know, they're playing the script like a movie, of course, but still, like, just because it's obvious doesn't mean it's not effective, you know? I'm sorry if I talk too much, it's just this game does have very long load times. I am playing on my, basic bitch PS4, so, like, I don't even have a PS4 Pro.
Wake up, Henry. It's past sunrise.
Henry, can you hear me?
Get up, Henry. Wake up. It's a new day.
Henry, can you hear me?
You're just as filthy as I am.
Hallelujah. I thought you'd never wake. Were you having a nightmare?
Teresa?
Just have a fever. Uncle won't be pleased, but you'll have to stay in bed.
Where am I? In Skalitz?
We're at my uncle's mill in Rattay. I didn't know where else to go.
What happened?
You don't remember anything? I suppose that's not surprising. I found you in Skalitz after those bandits attacked you. I thought they'd done for you, but you were still breathing. Why in heaven's name did you go back there? It was madness. You slaughtered everyone who didn't run.
My parents. I wanted to bury them. I had to...
Don't worry. I took care of it.
Thank you.
Any good Christian would have done the same. Now sleep. You need your strength back.
A few delirious days later. They have to let you know that he was delirious.
Good morning.
And you're still filthy. Teresa, wash your face.
It's midnight. You've slept all day.
Oh. Oh, I feel like a horse fell on me.
The beating you took was worse. But at least the fever's broken.
How did you find me?
How did you manage to save me?
You were lucky. I was in Skalitz and I saw Zbyszek and his thugs. I tried to distract them, but it would have been no use if those soldiers from Talmberg hadn't arrived. They were searching for you and scattered the bandits.
What, they were looking for me?
Searching for me?
Yes. Lord Divish sent them, led by Captain Robard. So tell me, why is a lord of such high standing interested in a blacksmith?
So Divish promised Sir Radzik he'd look after me. But as for why they should care, I've no idea.
What were you doing there?
What in the world were you doing in Skalitz?
Waiting to die.
Oof.
What?
They killed my brothers, my family, my friends.
They're all dead.
All of them. Everyone I ever loved. They killed one of my brothers in the mines. After that, what did I have to live for?
Don't say that. There's always hope.
No, there isn't. But it doesn't matter. I'm a different person now.
I won't know if my attempts to save her from what they were going to do to her worked until I talk to her in the morning.
Oh, I'm exhausted.
I'm not surprised. I'll bring you water and something to eat. In the meantime, rest. You're still very weak.
Teresa, wash your face. And even later, which I'm just gonna assume means like a few hours later.
Ugh, I haven't felt as good as this
around
since they lashed
sunrise.
me to the wheel and quartered me on the town square.
Sense of humor back.
He must be better. My uncle will be glad to hear it.
I'm sure he will.
I had a job persuading him to let me bring you here. If you'd lain around much longer, he really would have dumped you on the town square. You can stay until you find somewhere else to live, but my uncle will want payment for taking you in and caring for you.
So where am I?
And this is your uncle's house?
Mm-hmm.
We're in Ratay Mill. My uncle's miller Peshek. He took me in, and I talked him into taking care of you too.
We survived by the grace of others.
I've been lying here long enough.
Uncle will be pleased he's one mouth less to feed. But are you truly well enough?
Well enough to do what has to be done. Where can I find Sir Radzig?
He's in the lower castle in Perkstein. He's a guest of Sir Hanush of Leipa. But someone like you can't just walk up bold as you please and demand an audience.
Oh, just watch
I know
me.
Sir Radzig, and I didn't bring him his sword as I was supposed to. I must see him.
If you insist. But you need to speak to my uncle first. You've been in your sickbed for over a fortnight while he paid the apothecary to tend to you, and for medicine. That's a good deal of coin you owe him.
I've been lying here 2 weeks. My God.
Better a fortnight in bed than an eternity in the grave.
Yeah, I wouldn't have noticed.
Uncle, you wouldn't be here at all.
I owe you my
I owe
life.
you both my life, and I'll repay my debt. You have my word.
All right. But before you go to town, you should eat something. You're still weak. There's food on the table for you.
Check it. Fuck. This chest is now mine. These 5 maps are because I pre-ordered the game. Yeah, 119 groschen. I'm gonna leave Bianca's ring in the treasure chest for now. But I am... There we go. I am bringing this chamomile, because it'll smell good, so it'll give me that free... +2 to charisma. And these hunter's gloves. I'm leaving Kunesh's keys behind. I don't need them anymore. This mail collar. These marigold decoctions. These noble shoes. This padded black coif. These plate coaters. Salami, salt, savior schnapps, shard. Yes, the tight olive hose is my pants, so I need those. And the villager's ash bow is the only bow I am strong enough to use currently. And this warhorse gambeson, that's also a pre-order bonus. You get it when you get to this treasure chest. So now, put the chest back on, put the coat back on, put the gloves back on, put the mail collar back on, put the shoes back on. Yeah, now I am fully decked out. And look at this. Teresa made me some bread. That happened because I pressed the button while they were trying to tell me about stuff. There we go. Yeah, and I am eating all the cheese because it's gonna go bad soon, and it is the most nourishment I can get right now. Wait, hold on. Yeah, I'm at 100 nourishment because I ate all that cheese I was carrying, plus the bread that Teresa made for me. So, wash you face. Yeah, see, DLC activated, Treasures of the Past. Legend has been circulating about stashes containing magnificent warhorse armor. It's just armor themed after the studio that made the game. From the Ashes, that will not activate until the end of Act 1. Tournament, that is active right now, but I'm not strong enough for it yet. The Amorous Adventures of Bold Sir Hans Capon. I told you about Hans Capon when his name came up in the credits. We haven't met him yet, so that's not active yet. Band of Bastards. If I remember correctly, that is post-story DLC. As in, that DLC happens after the full story of the game. And A Woman's Lot. This is actually 2 DLCs. And I can activate the first one right here and now by talking to Teresa. Anyway, I've washed myself as much as I can. But I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna end it here for now, everybody. So, save and exit to menu. That's what I'm gonna do. And then I'm gonna end the stream once I get back to the title screen. And I'll play more when I feel like it. But yeah, we got to deal with Henry's survivor's guilt, and now he's like... I mean, you saw the name of the quest that popped up when I woke up in bed. Vengeance. That's my new quest. That's what Henry's going for now. That's not Christian. Revenge is not the Christian way. Which is another reason that I'm an atheist. But, yeah. Henry's going down a dark path. And, also, like, honestly, what I love the most about this game, it's not the story, it's just the world. The more I play and build up my reputation in each of the villages throughout the game, the more people are just genuinely happy to see Henry when he rolls through town. And that's my favorite part of the game, is just, you know, rolling through town and hearing everybody being all like, hey, Henry's come to see us. You know, it's genuinely fun. So, you know, looking forward to getting back to that spot again. But yeah, that's the end of it for today, everybody. Bye. Stop broadcast.